Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today, I'm going to be uploading two videos. As I mentioned in yesterday's upload, today and tomorrow will be two uploads instead of one, as I'm going to be sharing my run at the Legends of Runeterra tournament that happened this weekend. A very big tournament at that happened for both the NA and the European region. When it comes to the European region, I was a part of Pool A. There were two pools, A and B, and both had around 90 players. I believe Pool A had a little bit more than Pool B, but in a total, combining the two, basically this tournament had at the very least 150 participants in it, right? So there was a day 1 Swiss phase, a day 2 Swiss phase, and if you managed to come out on top on the day 2 Swiss phase, you would make it to top 16, and you have to qualify to day 2 through day 1 as well. So it was quite the ordeal. Some really strong competition, man. I'm really excited to share this content with you guys, especially those of you who are looking to improve at the game and just learn from like high-level competitive tournament gameplay. I think this sort of content is going to be really helpful, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed, going through the whole process, even though it was stressful as hell. Not gonna lie. Regardless, we were off to a great start, as yesterday I showcased my first match of day 1 Swiss. Today we're gonna be moving on to day 2 and match 2 and match 3 of the day 1 Swiss. When it comes to match 2, we're facing Oleg, and he was running a pretty standard lineup. When it comes to his first deck, it was Demacia Bannerman, Mono Demacia, no splash from any region whatsoever. So definitely something we were expecting to face, and perhaps one of the better variants for us to run into, because the one that we're scared of the most is the one packing Ionia for deny. But due to the region clause in the tournament, that means you have to sacrifice Ionia as a region for another deck to do that, so not everybody was willing to go through that decision. Their other deck, or their second deck, was the Elise Thresh Endure Spiders, aka Shadow Isles Freljord deck with a bunch of Spider Swarm synergy and They Who Endure alongside Atrocity as a finisher. And their third deck was very similar to ours, a Heimerdinger Karma Control, but not as teched as ours was, specifically for a matchup, right? Like more of a standard variant of it. And that was the lineup of my opponent. So when it comes to bans, my opponent decided to ban my Heimerdinger Karma Control this time around. The first game, my opponent banned, the first series, my opponent banned ASHE, knowing that I was running an anti-Bannerman lineup. This guy went with a more standard approach and banned what is the most standard out of my 3 decks, and decided to get rid of the control deck as it was the one he was fearing, as I opted to ban his Elise Spiders with They Who Endure, because since he banned my Heimerdinger Karma, my 2 remaining decks, one of them can somewhat handle They Who Endure with Frostbite potentially, but the Thresh Lux variant, because I'm not playing Purify in it, is extremely vulnerable to that finisher, and I don't really have a reliable way to deal with it. So I felt I had a better chance taking on and potentially racing the Heimerdinger Karma Control rather than taking down the Elite Spiders, though my ultimate objective is to get all the wins and not let the Bannerman deck go through. So that was basically my approach at it. Today we are going to finally see ASHE debut in this tournament, as she did not get banned this time around, and I'm very excited for what was the beginning of a very nice run for this Freljord Avarosian champion, and this really fine deck right here. So hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay, and stay tuned for another upload in round 3, as we are going to be facing a pretty known streamer for Runeterra as well, Alan Z, who is also participating in the tournament. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that, and let me know what you think about these minor intros for the games. I feel like I want to give you guys some good context to know what you're jumping into, so you understand what's going on and all that stuff, and hopefully you enjoy this type of content. Don't worry, like once the tournament footage is over, we'll go back to our regular uploads. But I figured this would be a nice, fresh change of pace, and it shows you a more serious side of me, I guess, as I'm very focused on the games. I'm try-harding as hard as I can, and yeah, it's definitely a different approach that you see from me. So I don't know, maybe you find that interesting, and maybe you can learn a little bit from it. And that's all I gotta say. Have a solid day. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the games. Let me know what you think. I'll see you later. mean, this card is generally, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not like he has Static Shock anyways. So I'm gonna go with this. That's a good throw.
Just a moment.
I play the weaker one first.
Remember me. Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
And then I play the stronger one.
I walk my path alone. All the world on one arrow. Fast as wind, light as air.
Few earn the right to call themselves Trifarian.
Eminently logical.
Swiftly now. So cold.
A true Freljordian welcome. Round and round it goes!
I will unite the Freljord.
My most groundbreaking invention to date!
I need no weapon. Avarosa, guide me!
Watch. Learn.
Oh! There we go! That's how you do it. Crazy motherfucker. Yeah. I had to I had to go with that line of play. Can somebody clarify this for me? Loser chooses. Oh, alright. I want to keep the Vile Feast in case this man opens up with a Chem Pump Pickpocket. And we'll get everything else.
What's that noise? I must get out of here.
Swift and silent as the breeze. Fast as wind, light as air.
That egg, did it move?
Silent as death.
No.
Night falls.
Virtue guides me.
I have to play this. I could always top deck
Name it, I'll nick it.
a Chronicler of Ruin.
Take from the rich, give to me.
Strike for justice.
We're kind of stuck.
What you got there?
Obviously, the matchup is pretty rough. We're not really means to deal with elusives, but it's the Bannerman matchup is the one that matters.
I will play my part. The sun is shining. We should too.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
For justice and all things bright.
I must get out of here. My most groundbreaking invention to date.
Will of Ionia, deny. There's a lot of ways you can interact with this, but I feel like my best bet is to go for it, right?
La 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 la.
Okay, that's a key top deck.
Night falls.
A fine spectrum of pyrotechnics.
I have to prevent lethal next turn with a bunch of direct damage spells, so I'm gonna do this. This was a mistake. I forgot that it didn't resolve. Yeah, this was a mistake. But I'm gonna see if I can bait him. I derped a little bit here. Because I don't want a single combat just yet. Alright, but we do bait that.
Master. Set
It's looking very grim, but we're gonna keep trying.
What seems to be the problem?
Into battle with hearts aglow!
Don't mind me. What's that you got there?
Just burrow in. Round and round and round it goes.
We gotta go for this. Like I said, it's very unlikely that we win this game.
Beacon through the dark!
We're close. We're close. But there's so many things this man can have in hand at this point. What downside is there for me to playing this now? I guess the downside... Yeah, the downside is if I draw into like a Redeemer. I mean, Karma is long overdue here. Lux really clutched this game out. Yeah, but not enough. Like I said, he's got a bunch of tools.
My most groundbreaking invention to date.
Going for the Vile Feast here is technically not the good play, but he doesn't know what I have in hand, so I could have something else. GG. I gotta get this match. Like, normally I wouldn't concede because I want him to maybe make a mistake, but I'm not running that great on time. So
Strength and grace, beauty in the play. One banner, one destiny.
Banish the unworthy!
Fall to our standards. Show them our mettle. Martian soldier is worth 10 foes.
Arigato gozaimasu.
3 million IQ.
Danilov, thank you for the sub, man. Okay. I can trade this with this. Really nice.
Break their spirits and their swords. Soldiers, to me! You call this a fight? In the name of our land! Hardly fair. I lost?
I fight for the fallen!
There's my girl.
We can do this!
There's my girl.
For king and country!
You will be scoured from this land!
Whenever I look at this direction, by the way, I'm looking at his deck and seeing what he can do. Prismatic barrier, single combat.
Illuminate the enemy!
I'm gonna attack with you because if you choose to single combat her, you can trade into one of these anyways. So let's just stack with you.
How do you wield such a clumsy weapon?
With justice and honor. Break their ranks! Glory unrelenting!
Try me.
Hold back the darkness!
Your move. Counter and strike.
Pushing my limits!
Demacia will prevail!
By the light!
My time has come.
Arigato gozaimasu. Ah, there we go. Like a worm in a hulk. Is that what he says? I'm not sure.